Hello and welcome. You are listening to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly wargame and board game podcast. My name's Shane. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Fox.
Hey.
Here he is.
I forgot to say something in a different language, but hey guys.
English is a language, so that's fine.
That's true.
Today's episode 11, and this is a different one. So we're doing an extended Beers and Banter.
Normally we do our Beers and Banters every Thursday. However, we skipped one because Shane is a busy man and he had night shift, which means he shifts things around in the night.
Basically.
Which is actually kind of true. And I was moving house, so it's been a busy week for us. But we didn't want you guys to miss out on Beers and Banter, so we made our main Sunday episode just a full-length Beers and Banter.
Yeah.
So pull up a beverage and drink a chair and join us for an hour of us just talking our minds.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty laid-back one. We haven't really got a big sort of set topic or a deep dive to talk about, but about a handful of cherry-picked little morsels.
Yes, a sampler of things.
Like a platter.
I don't know. Yeah, a little platter. A little poorly prepared, bare minimal platter.
Oh, yeah.
But as all good platters, it's propped up by some good beverages.
Yes.
So,
oh, yeah.
I think we really nailed that analogy, dude, by the way.
Killed it, dude. Also, guys, we don't forget, hang around the end of the show because we are playing a track from the band Frenzy, which we talked about a couple episodes ago, or maybe last episode. Glad it's over. So stay around for a listen.
That's actually super relevant because a lot of people that are listening to our podcast, once they get to the end, will be glad that it's over. And so we'll be listening to a track called Glad It's Over by Frenzy, which a member of our Discord is a part of that band, which, again, we talked about. Was it on a Beers and Banter? I feel like it was.
I think it was.
Probably our last one.
Yeah. Night shift has rattled me, man, so I got no idea what day it is today.
Yeah. We're recording on a strange night for us too. Normally we do Wednesdays and it's a Friday night.
That's what the calendar's telling me, man, but you can't trust anything in 2020 anymore.
Nah.
Fucking calendar's lying to you. The Premier's lying to you on the telly. Like, what do you do?
On the telly.
On the old wireless, mate, listening to the radio.
On the AM radio? No one,
exactly.
No one's telling the truth on that. Hey, guess what I did today, dude? It's actually going to make you super jealous, so...
Oh, I know. You played a game of 40k, didn't you? Another one.
Actually, no. Yeah, sorry, that wasn't today. My brain calendar's lying to me. It was yesterday. Yeah, I did. I played a 40k game.
Yeah.
My
older friends.
First? No, it's not my first 9th edition. Oh, man. 9th edition is trippy at the moment because it just doesn't feel like it's 9th edition right now. We're waiting on these codexes, Necrons and Space Marines, and we've got other stuff coming. We know that Marines are going up to 2 wounds.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, and then right now you're playing games with Marines with 1 wound, but you know they're going to go up to 2, so it's you kind of feel like playing games right now is useless.
Yeah.
Because you're learning the game as it is now, even though it's literally about to do a 180 and look completely different next month. So
yeah,
I think that's made it tricky for people to get motivated to play games. Maybe, then again, people have just started to be able to play games, so maybe that's hyping them back up.
But it's probably the same with the sort of the lull before every new edition. It's kind of a point well, why would I play before the new edition is fully dropped? This is kind of weird because they've sort of half released it, right? Normally they have it all ready to go. New codex, well, some new codexes coming out, most likely, the Space Marines and their opponent in the story, but they've sort of just said, here's the rule book. Use your old codexes while we drip feed you all this new stuff. I'm glad I'm not playing games at the moment, actually, because, I'm not, because I wish I was, but I feel like it would just add to the confusion. So,
yeah. It's definitely different because like they've released the core rulebook. Like we're in ninth edition, but yeah, the way they've teased some big changes to rules, it's just made it very interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially when like Marines going to 2 wounds, for example. In isolation you go, all right, well that's one unit changing its stat line.
yeah,
you can still play games. It's not a big deal. No, that's everything because Marines are literally half the armies and half the troops. So, like, it's Chaos Space Marines, it's Grey Knight, it's everything.
yeah.
It's Plague Marines.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's massive. And I don't know the chainsword changes that are coming as well. I don't know if they're in the game. I get so confused. Oh, it's hard to keep up, man. It's exhausting.
Yes.
But yeah, so I played a game with. Thankfully, we're playing 2 armies that. Oh, well, they're going to be impacted greatly because I was playing Necrons. And their codex is going to come out and completely change how reanimation protocols work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're going to have new models come out. But it was just a little fun 1,000-point game to mostly learn the core rules of ninth edition. It was less about, the actual armies and strategy and list building.
Yeah.
And more just about throwing some dice, learning some rules.
Oh yeah, dude, and having fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, Dave's such a power gamer. How can you have fun? It's just such a try-hard.
I know, right? Just sticking to the meta all the time.
Yeah, just go easy on me. He played his Elder, who I destroyed last time. And he came back with a vengeance, and he's got a much stronger list and absolutely destroyed me. But yeah, it was good. It was good fun. If there's time, I'll give a little battle report later on. But
yes,
we have to start off this episode strong, and we do it the same way for Beers and Banter. And I usually get the same response from you. But what are you drinking?
Well, my friend, tonight, sticking to our
Don't do this again.
theme. What?
Oh.
What do you mean?
Well, normally you go, well, actually tonight I'm drinking dry. I'm like, oh, you get me hyped up.
No, I stuck to the platter of this episode, and I went to Dan's, and I've grabbed myself a sort of a tasty selection.
Ooh,
yeah. Oh man, I'm drinking something different every drink tonight.
bro, I'm doing the exact same thing. But yeah, I'm all right. So what do you got? What do you got right now? And
right now, I am nearly through my third Four Pines Brewing Company Pacific Ale.
You know what? I'm just sorry to cut you off. It's relevant. I'm posting a picture of my selection tonight in the Discord, and you'll see the second drink I have from the left is the Four Pines Pacific Ale.
You actually said, you're like, I wonder if we'll get the same ones.
Yeah. I did a selection of 6 different ones as well, because I thought that was a great idea by you. And they're 6 beers I've never tasted before.
Okay.
And so I thought, and they're a bit out there. So I was like, surely they'll be different to Shane's, but we're straight off the bat, 1 for 1.
Yeah, dude. But you've probably... I'm just reaching into my esky because I couldn't bother going to the fridge, so I've got an esky next to me.
That's dedication, dude.
Oh, gots to, man. Oh, that's the ice pack. Hang on.
Tasty ice.
All right, so I'll take a photo and send it in the Discord as well. But my selection comprises of... Hang on, how many is this? 5 beers.
Okay.
4 beers. Actually, just 4 beers. Bad math.
Yes.
Yeah. So right now, drinking the Pacific Ale 4 Pines. I've also got a Pirate Life South Coast Pale Ale.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have a Moondog Lager.
Ooh, I love
and
it. Okay.
Moondog Old Mate Pale Ale. So not a broad variety, but just some tasty ones that I've never tried.
Nice, dude. You do love a Moondog.
Dude.
And an Old Mate. Those are your brands.
That's it. I looked at it. I actually did look at some of the ones that you've got. I nearly picked up the exact same Stomping Ground IPA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm smacking right now. I've started on the Goose Midway Session IPA.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see that in the stubby there, yep.
It's not in a stubby actually. So
Bruh, I'm looking at the picture you sent.
yeah, does it look like a stubby?
It's a fucking bottle.
It's the far left one.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's not a stubby.
it's a bottle.
It's a. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, it's a stubby, man.
Dude, what's
What
wrong
am I
with
doing?
you?
I thought you were saying in a stubby holder. I don't know. I don't know where my
Yeah,
brain
the
went,
stubby holder holds stubbies, man.
dude. You know what? I think you're onto something, there, dude. So this is a session IPA, which is
Yeah, what's up with that? Because I saw that. I've never heard of session IPAs before.
Well, I think so. It's a I guess an offshoot of an actual IPA, but it's got a lower alcohol content. So it tries to get the hoppiness of an IPA without the alcohol, which kind of seems bad. Like, wouldn't you want if you like the hoppy flavor of an IPA, wouldn't you also want the alcohol content?
Yeah,
Maybe not. Maybe if you're driving and you want to have multiple because you want refreshing. I don't know, man.
so hang on. There's zero alcohol.
No. It's just lower.
So
it's
you just encourage drink driving.
Well, no. I mean,
We don't endorse drink driving here on Hobby Homies. Just
not at all. Not at all. But if you
Unless-
were to do it, maybe you want the lower alcohol content. It's
goddamn.
It doesn't do what the session IPA says it does. It's still got a hoppy flavor, but it's nowhere near as strong, and it doesn't kick you in the dick like a normal IPA.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of disappointing. It's super refreshing. It's more like a I was gonna say it's more like a pale ale, but an IPA is a pale ale. It's just it's a little more watery, a little more watered down, I
I
guess.
see. Is that a new thing? Because I saw it today at Dan's. I was like, what is all this shit? Like session? Like, is it for when you have a session?
You know what? That's maybe, dude. Maybe if you want to have a session, you got to get on the sessions because there's lower alcohol content, so you can have more drinks.
Exactly, dude.
So you can have. Oh man, maybe
We're not young men anymore, man. We can't get on the sessions every weekend.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, time as well. We best stick to like a full strength IPA and just have one or two of them, and then we're done.
Well, you know.
Well, you know. So, do you know much about? I was thinking about this today. I saw something pop up on Warhammer Community or whatever. The Crusade game mode, which is the campaign mode of 40k. Do you know much about it? Have you been head in your sand or ear to the ground on this one?
Head's been buried in the sand, dude. I know nothing about it.
Okay. Yeah, me neither. I've got no idea. I was curious about it, is all.
Yeah.
But you can't help me with that. Disappointing. I know it's like the campaign based, almost like slow grow version of 40k, but I think there was getting some buzz because some rules came out that people were excited about. I think just in general they're excited about the game mode, but I didn't know if you were in the loop on that one. I've been whiffing on it hard too, so got no idea.
Yeah, I've sort of like somewhat deliberately been staying away from it until like it's actually properly out, because like there's so much speculation and stuff, and like it's just so hard to deal with on Facebook every day, like the posts and all that. So I just ignore it all completely.
Yeah, and not to mention like we dealt with that non-stop with the release of Ninth, all the speculation and all that stuff, and we're like, just wait till the book drops, and that didn't even help because the book came out and there's still so many things up in the air. So
yeah,
it's good that the world is basically on pause for basically the rest of this year, so that'll give GW time to sort all the stuff out, and then maybe next year we'll have a fully fledged, ready to go 9th edition we can get into.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
They've done like a 5-part series on Warhammer Community called We're on a Crusade. I guess that's where they've been slowly like leaking how the rules work and stuff. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks like you get experience and requisition points stuff like that. You got a big chart, has your crusade goals, information and notable victories.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
Sweet.
I hope when they release something like this that they're going to give stores the necessary support to be able to actually run these in store. Because, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's great for a Games Workshop store or even third-party local gaming stores to actually, like, introduce people to the game or start new armies.
Yeah.
The problem with that in the past is, like, they don't usually support the stores well enough to have the managers actually be able to run this effectively.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, then prizes or incentive outside of just playing games.
You know what I think would be cool, like, I know some store events they've had in the past that have, like, charts on the wall. People put in their points and all that. Like, you see, like, a ladder. If there was some kind of, like, map of the galaxy and you put on, like, little pins or little stickers or something, like your victories, like, you know, if you've, like, won this system or, you know, conquered this planet or whatever.
Totally.
Something interactive like that. Like, I mean, it sounds kind of dumb, but, like, if you win, you get to go stick it, you know, your sticker on the wall. It's kind of like when you're in bloody primary school.
Hey, man, it worked then, it works now. Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, like, so that's because you can look at it, even if you're not in it, you can be like, oh, wow, this guy's got all this and, you know, whatever. It's not just like this person's at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that would be very cool. Like little color coordinated pins.
Yeah, yeah. But, you know, it's kind of hard too because, like, the manager has to run this but also serve customers that come in. So, you know, they do already have a lot to do. And, you know, if you're going to say you have got to run this tournament as well. Yeah.
Yeah, as well as all the other stuff they got to do. Like, there's only ever one manager in most stores I've been to.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, they got to receive stocks, sort out orders, paint up models for new releases and constantly got to be familiar with all the updates, and it's wild. And then you want them to, run something that hands-on. Yeah. I think I'd love to see more of that. I think for them to get the most out of this new game mode, they'd have to do something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. We know nothing about it, so we'll see.
No, that's right. We'll just have to see what happens.
And I'll have to excuse myself several times throughout this episode as I go over to the other side of the shed. I wasn't as clever as you, and I didn't put an esky next to me, so I have to
get an esky,
beverages. Yeah, I need to get an esky. I do. Need to get like a little one of those lunchbox ones.
That's all mine is, man. You fit 6 cans in there. It's too short.
Dude.
It's too short for stubbies, but I've got a few cans.
You can fit stubby holders in there, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about the new terrain rules? I'm flexing your 40k knowledge. I saw they're bringing out those 3 new terrain sets, but also rules for them. And from my understanding is that they are trying to get the competitive scene players to bring their own terrain. And you place terrain down as part, almost like before deployment. You and your opponent bring half of the table terrain each and then set up the table between yourselves and then play.
Yeah.
I think there's been a bit of outrage because they're trying to get that in the competitive scene. And people are like, deployment takes long enough. The games take long enough. And you want us to lug... And we're already lugging around so much on the subways and in planes or however they travel.
Yeah.
And you want us to also have to bring all this terrain and set it up. I understand, obviously, like right now the onus of terrain and tables and everything is on the TOs, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
And it would be so easy, and more tournaments would probably get organised if they could just put down tables and gaming mats and be like, BYO terrain.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I mean, you kind of expect the terrain to be there for you on a tournament.
For sure. That's a big part of what you pay for, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. Like, you know, if it takes long enough to deploy, you're going to spend an extra half an hour setting up the table and the terrain.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, man. I get why they want to do it, but
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like
Yeah.
right now there's an outrage, but I wonder what it looks like in 12 months.
yeah.
You know, is the actual practicality of it, it doesn't take that long. Yeah, it's not too many pieces of terrain. Yeah, most people have a handful of terrain anyways. You know, maybe it ends up becoming a thing. Maybe it gets absolutely scrapped because no one
Yeah.
does it. So, I'm unsure.
Yeah, true.
I'm unsure. We'll watch that space. We'll keep an eye on that one.
That's it. See, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it because, like, I mean, I've got a fair bit of terrain, but when we play, it's mostly my terrain. Like, you have some too, but like, it's more for someone like there's terrain guys and there's guys that don't care about terrain or that don't own terrain, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just more expectation of you now, like, because you're expected not just to have a couple of scatter pieces, you have to have, like, a few buildings.
Yeah.
You have to have half a table's worth of terrain, so...
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Very
and like
interesting.
I said, I really don't know too much about it, the battle zones thing, so I could be wrong. I was just reading a bunch of people getting mad on the internet, which is, that's what they do, so...
That's what the internet's there for, isn't it? Just to vent your frustration.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. You could I'll read the bottom of the Warhammer community Bring on the Battle Zone article. It says start preparing. Everyone in the Warhammer community office is seriously hyped for Battle Zone kits to drop. Yeah, fair enough. They look like dope kits. Not only do they promise to be game changing for tactical deployment games, but their new narrative rules make a big difference too. Excellent. More narrative stuff. That's great.
Yep.
It's now going to be easier than ever to create your own amazing terrain setup, whether you're looking to host battles from home, I don't see anything about competitive stuff, unless they do promise to be game-changing for tactical deployment games. What is that? Is that competitive? Tactical deployment?
Nah, I think that's just them trying to use fancy words. I don't know where these people got upset about. Like, unless someone like LVO or one of those actually said, from now on you have to bring your own terrain. That's the only... Where else would they have got that kind of information from?
It could have been somewhere else in this article. I haven't read the whole thing. The boxes look dope though.
Yeah.
So
the new terrain kits are good. Like, I've been painting my way through the terrain that comes in the Command Edition. So I've finished all the pipes. Now I'm working on the buildings. I've done one of the 4 buildings, or 4 pieces of building.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've been slamming that terrain, man.
Yeah, trying to.
I'm jealous. I've done such little hobby in the last, gosh, I couldn't tell you before today. I don't know when the last time I touched something hobby-ish. I'm trying to think of the last thing I built or painted.
Well, I mean, you have moved house, dude, so that takes up a lot of time.
It does, because like you got to pack up ahead of time, and I think I packed up my hobby stuff pretty early.
Yeah.
So that's probably 2 weeks there, and then there was probably another week where I was in just a hobby slump.
Yeah.
Which I'm still somewhat in, like trying to get the motivation to paint right now. I think because 9th doesn't feel like it's landed, and because I've like culled all my armies and sort of started again almost.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find my feet,
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, dude. You got to get back into the swing of it, man.
Yeah. Once I started today and I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Like I started building some of my little golden boys.
Yep.
Some custodies.
So that's it.
Pretty getting there.
Speaking of the new battle zones or whatever they call them, how do you feel about the battle, like the battle size, the minimum game size revolving the cardboard playing mats or the playing boards?
Oh, I don't know much about this.
So, like, the minimum size is 2 or 4. I think for a 500-point game, it's 2 of the kill team boards side by side.
Okay.
It's that 22 by 30 or however wide they are.
Right.
So, yeah, like that's the new minimum size, is 2 of those boards or 4 of those boards for a bigger game, like a 1,000-point or a 2,000-point game.
Oh, yeah, I see this. It says this terrain kit is loaded with everything you need to feel combat patrol or incursion-sized game boards with terrain.
Yeah, so that,
Oh, with
I think
terrain,
that
with terrain.
comes with 2 boards in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many boards is incursion? The 1,000 point game? Would that
I'd
be
say
4?
it's probably 2.
Wow.
And it might be 4 boards for the bigger ones.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
I mean, most people are just going to use mats anyways, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're just easier to transport, to be honest.
True.
Like you can roll them up.
Just roll them up, yeah.
They're
And
all one unit.
They're soft and
unit.
squishy. Not cardboard
Yeah.
where they can get like dented and torn.
Yeah. Yeah. The designs on those 2 cardboard things look phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't make them, mats as well, but hey. I mean,
True.
they've got a box there and they've got plenty of cardboard to print on, so why not?
Yeah, exactly.
You might find it useful. Like if you want a bit of different terrain and you've bought a few of the terrain kits and you got a couple of these cardboard things lying around. No biggie, just slapping 4 down on a table and away you go. But
Yeah.
yeah, it does look good sitting there with all the terrain on it. But yeah, I'm
Hell
not
yeah,
sure.
dude.
It's definitely not something I'm going to purchase, like for the board.
Nah.
It's not a selling point for me. It doesn't make it feel like it adds value to me at all.
No.
I'm just like, hey, it includes that. Cool, sweet.
Yeah. The value's in the terrain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the terrain looks so good. I'm actually just scrolling up and down on the page, just looking at the terrain.
I'm excited
Very
to
nice,
see
but-
the different battle zones they bring out in the future. You know,
Yeah.
like at the moment they've got like the pipes and the ruined buildings and that, but are they going to bring out more like jungle terrain or something?
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like one of the down the bottom it says the exploding barrels ensure this kit will go off with a bang. So I'm like, are they going to make terrain interactive to that extent? Because that's a lot of rules for what made 8th so successful was a big part of them streamlining it.
Yeah.
And now they're kind of like, okay, that worked. That was great. Everyone loved it. Let's start dogpiling some more rules on there,
Yeah.
Which is awesome for people like us who played through 8th and you've got that fundamental understanding of the game. But if you're trying to get into it and you're like, all right, hey, so like here's the rules for 9th edition. Just wait a bit because they're going to change soon once like a couple codexes drop. So wait for those to come out. And then it's like, hey, these are the rules. Here's your 8th edition codex. Even though we're playing 9th edition, you'll get a 9th edition codex sometime in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Just get your head around all that. Buy all your models. Paint all your models. Oh, by the way, it's also terrain. There's also different game modes. You also have to learn the rules for all the terrain. There's also stratagems scattered between your original codex and a psychic awakening, but it's been FAQ'd about 4 times each.
Yeah, true.
So that's the state we're in right now.
Yeah.
So they've got it, and that's why I think Crusade's really good, because you almost to new players right now go, don't even worry about competitive 40k right now. Just that's way too big for you. Let's just take a deep breath. There's this cool thing called Crusade. Slow grow it up. Pick an army you like. By the time you've got 2,000 points, the dust will have settled. We'll probably have a more fledged out 9th edition, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? I need to get another beverage.
I do. Go grab one.
My throat is dry after that rant. Sing. You got a lovely singing voice. Sing to
I don't sing.
Sing to our homies.
I don't sing. I cannot sing. Churchy is the guy to sing. If only Churchy was here. I can see him there in Discord. But where is he?
Very disappointed to come back and not hear your your lovely singing voice, but well, can't say I'm surprised, to be honest, Shane.
I was just telling listeners that Churchy can sing, and he's not here, and he should be here.
That is true. Gosh, I can't wait to be back in the studio, my dude.
Oh yeah, dude. This remote recording is it's been a mission, but yeah.
Yeah, it has. And we can't even see each other. You can do this thing on Discord where we like are able to see each other via webcam, but in the past it's just like ruined our recording. Like it drops us out and gives us lag for our audio and stuff like that. So
it boots me out every time we do it.
It's actually, yeah, it's you it doesn't like.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know. I actually don't know what I'm drinking right now either. It is a dark sour ale.
Interesting.
Sour. Yeah.
Is it sour there?
Let's find out. Oh, it's a different colour. It's a different colour and it's gone all over my computer. That's should be right. Everything's waterproof these days, right?
Well, yes. Yep.
Oh no, I don't like the smell of this at all.
Don't smell it, dude. Just drink it.
It's the liquid is it looks like cola, but the head on it is like a pinky rose color, a rose gold.
That's very unusual.
What is it actually? It's a coffee and currant dark sour ale.
Oh, is that the Stomping Ground one?
No, it's the batch. Batch? Is that what it's called? Batch? I think
Is it the one with the red writing?
Yes.
Okay.
Black can, red writing, which makes sense because it's black and red.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it does look like a black currant kind of cordial of sorts.
Kind of like Ribena.
It could just be straight Ribena. Let me have a taste of this one. It's going to be interesting.
Do it, dude.
Pause for effect. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my. Oof.
You said you bought single cans?
Oof.
You probably paid
For
like
this
$6 for that can.
Yeah, I did. Actually, like for 6 cans and a bottle of rosé for the miso, which was $25, the whole thing costs $75.
Jesus Christ,
so my 6
dude.
cans cost $50.
I bought 2 6-packs and 1 4-pack, and that cost me $46.
Whew. Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't though, because actually I was looking at this. This 6-pack was on sale, respective to the other batch drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh, not bad. It's a pale ale, dark sour. I like dark. Don't know if I like sour. Turns out I don't. So I'm glad I didn't get the 6-pack on this. But let's have another. I'm going back for round 2 because I can't just judge it off that. Yeah. No, you see, it's still bad. It's still very bad. It is. It's like so it's like Ribena.
Yep.
With a hint of coffee.
Ugh.
But also that pale ale hoppiness.
Why would you buy that?
It's just terrible, if I'm honest with you. I'll be honest, I didn't see the currant part. I just saw coffee, dark sour ale, and I thought I like all those things.
But not together.
You never know. You never know.
Just because you like it by itself doesn't mean it goes well together.
You know what blows my mind though, right? Like you could make a billion different flavors and types of beers. You're a company. You produce this, you take a sip and you go, Yep, that's what the people want.
But not just that, dude. Not just that. They would have put that in front of 100 people to taste test it, and 100 people would have had to sign off on that and say, yes, this is good.
Oh, it gets worse though. I just had sip number 3 and it's worse. You know, normally like the punch wears off.
Yeah.
And then you start to ease into it. You're like, you know, it's just not that bad. And then next week you're talking to people and that you're telling people about it. You're like, hey, you got to try that batch beer. And like, dude, this is a job interview. I don't care. Stop bringing it up. I want to see your qualifications. But yeah, I mean, damn, it's just not good.
True.
On any level. And the worst part is I poured it into my only glass. I don't want to go into the kitchen to get another one.
Dude, you should have just sipped it out of the can.
That would have been so much smarter, to be honest.
True.
This is disappointing. Cancel the show, dude. I can't go on. No, wait, I can. I'll just get another stubby. One sec.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've learned here, folks. Batch beer is no good. Stay away from the black currant, coffee, pale ale, IPA, dark ale, whatever it is. That's why you just drink dry. Carlton Dry. This episode of Hobby Homies is brought to you by Carlton Dry.
Well, you know what? It's good. I'm glad I did that. Because now our listeners, if they were ever going to head down and get a batch, I think it's just called batch, doesn't it? Yeah, a batch drink from their local liquor store, and they were like me and were fooled by the description, I'm going to save them their taste buds.
That's fine, dude. While you were gone, I told them not to buy it and told them what they should buy. So we're all
What should
we're
they
all
buy?
sweet. Oh no, don't worry, dude. Next topic.
You told
is-
him. You told him dries.
What do you mean,
You
dude?
said. You told him dries. You said it's you for $30 for a slab. It's just a good, nice cold drink.
You just have to listen back to during the editing, dude.
All right. Well, this time I went and grabbed the other batch, and this one is
Fucking
an
hell.
island style coconut IPA.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with that?
It's got coconut in the name, dude.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Coconut's
but coconut. Okay.
Let's find out.
Okay,
let's find
let's
out. This time I'm not going to make the same mistake because
Don't
my
pour it
glass
into
is
a
taken.
glass.
No, I haven't got a glass too. I'm going to take this one straight. Now, this one is a ambiguous color.
Is it white and creamy by any chance?
It's almost clear
Fuck.
with a slight yellow tinge. Yep. Let's have a
Don't
have a
smell
sample,
it.
pause
Just
for
take a
effect.
sip.
drinkable.
Drinkable. Okay, well that's
Drinkable.
That's a big step up to what is this blackcurrant coffee?
Oh, the horseradish one. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's terrible. Oh, man, yeah. You know what? I don't actually... I can't tell how good this one is because of how bad the last one was.
You need to cleanse the palate, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I
where you
actually
need dry.
Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Let me have another sip. Let's go for number 2.
Okay. Here goes number 2.
Pretty good. Not bad.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, pretty good. I like that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend $38 for a 6-pack like they wanted me to, but that's pretty
Fucking
not bad.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the cheap one was $36 for a 6-pack, and it was terrible. The worst drink I've ever had. What a contrast.
Yeah.
Question, dude.
Hit me.
Star Wars Legion.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
Today, we've got a new Patreon and Discord member, MJ,
Yeah.
and she posted some really well painted, contrast painted. Oh, I was going to say Rebels. Both, I guess.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Yeah, both. And it made me pull out my pull-out game's pretty strong, so I pulled out my Rebels, put them on the table. They're still sitting there. I can see them from here. I haven't touched them. And that got me thinking, what do you think's keeping Star Wars Legion, a game we've played, we both froth Star Wars, what's keeping it out of our main rotation, do you reckon?
Ooh.
What's holding you back from it?
Yeah, that's a good question because I painted one stormtrooper.
Right, and I love Jyn Erso. I love the not the shore troopers. That's the stormtrooper ones. I just froth everything about the army I've got. I love the models. I love the game. We've played it. It's great. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's keeping us from painting these models and putting these on tables?
True. Well, I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. I'd say if I had to point a finger, it's probably 40K, man. I'd say that I love Star Wars. I always have. Growing up as a kid, I'd watch the videos daily almost, right? And
yeah,
I love the universe and all that. But I don't know, man. I just can't bring myself to like start playing the game. Like I do enjoy the game from when we've played it, but I feel like our time is so limited. When we do have time for a game, I want to play 40K.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's what I came up with as well. I was like, well, really, what else do we do right now for the last, let's say, 6 months? What do we do outside of board games and 40K? You know, we've got Test of Honor, which is a side project that we're trying to learn, but I mean, COVID's hindered us from being able to really do that.
Yeah.
And that's a skirmish game, you know, that's just a little something.
Yep.
I'm like, really? Actually, we don't do much war games right now outside of 40K. And I wonder if that's because 9th edition, like first we were getting hyped a new edition was coming out. And suddenly then the new 9th edition was out. And then 40K League started and we're like, oh, sweet, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe it's just all these 40k related things have been happening and we've been drawn to them, which has made us do more 40k and just hasn't left room for anything else, possibly.
No. No, and honestly, like, Games Workshop release new things every week, man. Like, there's no... They don't give you time to get into any other system. Like, it's not like a month goes by with no new releases, dude. It's every week. There is... If it's not 40k, it's Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
But even though we don't get around to Sigma that much, maybe just the hype that everyone else has, and like I always look at the new releases, man. I always have a gander. Maybe that is just enough to like stop me from going, let's look at some other system, you know. Let's look at, you know, more Legion or whatever. Like I've gone to buy Legion models countless times, but I've just gone, I don't play it, like, and I'm not painting them yet. So yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the game is great too. Like we played that. I remember the last time we played at Guff. That was good fun. We played at Guff Werribee. That was almost a full-size game.
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's good fun. That game itself is well designed, I think. It's pretty polished. I like that the rules are all free and stuff.
Yeah, and I like the idea of the activations where you decide, you know, that you play your cards at the start of your turn and you've got the chips and that. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you think would it take what would Star Wars Legion have to do for it to force its way into, like, your main hobby rotation?
Oh, look, I don't think there's anything it can do. I think 40k would just have to die, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything Legion could do.
What if Legion got as big as 40k in the sense that, let's say there's 8 factions, each faction has 20 different, let's say 10 different model types.
Yeah.
And there's tournaments around the clock, and there's as many games, as many players of Legion at tournaments as there are 40k. Then do you start looking at it?
Probably not, man.
Oh, okay. There you go. Wow.
I don't know. Look, unless you told me, man, I'm quitting 40k, I'm playing Legion, then I would, because who else am I going to play 40k against, right? Like, you know, me and you have always sort of just played each other.
Played with each other.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, dude. Come on. But yes, exactly that. Like, you know, because we're, like, before we had hobby homies, me and you were hobby homies, man. We sort of bounced our ideas off each other. We would hobby the same, like, we'd sort of hype each other up and all that. And, like, I think, that's probably what would make me start playing Legion more. If you're like, nah, look, I'm over 40k, I'm going to start playing this other thing.
Yeah.
I'll be like, fuck
I'll be honest, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, it definitely, I think the good thing about Legion is it moves a little slower than 40k. So really, the army I played with you, a year ago maybe, at Guff?
Oh, man, it's got to be, yeah.
Like, that's still a good, I mean, I could still throw that on the table. The rules are still the same. Like, we could play that exact same game.
Yeah.
And so I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It means you can have that second army painted up and just have it sitting there ready to play games whenever you want. So
true. That's true.
But then, like you said, we're short on time. So, like, if we're going to put paint to a model, it's going to be for a 40k model because we want to do bat reps and stuff for that. So
yeah, that's right. I feel like 40k is always probably going to take up the majority of my hobby time. I mean, I want to paint other stuff, don't get me wrong. Like, I painted some Flames of War Germans a litll while ago, 15mm Germans, and that was awesome. But I don't know, man. There's just always new shit, and there's always... And the pile of shame is just only ever growing. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I think it's feasible that once I've got 2,000 points of an army, let's say Custodes or whatever, secret army, whatever, and you've got, you know, you get because you're waiting, a big part of you is waiting on new Necron models, destroyers, all that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Top up your selection. Once you're happy with that and you get them painted, And we're at a stage where we've got 2 fully painted armies that we can just whip out for all of our 40k league games, do battle reports or whatever, and they're done. Let's say that's end of this year. I think then we could look at filling the, start looking at painting something else, because we don't have to get something done. Whereas right now we're in that we have to get 40k stuff done mode.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was thinking about that today. I was like, all right, well, Star Wars is probably like the universe of it to me is much, not cooler, but it's more nostalgic. I like, if I feel like Star Wars, I'll watch Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Good Star Wars movies or series or miniseries or Mandalorian. Like, there's heaps of stuff. Whereas if I want to get hyped up for 40k, I have to watch lore videos on YouTube,
Yeah, or bat reps. There's not really much, is there, really?
Totally. Yeah. So I'm like, well, that part, it's got more support. Like, it's got more ways of pumping you up to play. There's Mandalorian Season 2's coming out soon. That's going to get you hyped. I'm like, the universe is just as expansive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's really... And the models look sweet. The games are easy to learn. Lots of people play it. I'm like, it's really got everything going for it. Why don't I paint these things?
True. Yeah, true. I started watching the that animated Clone Wars series.
Don't tell me anything, because I'm actually, after this, going to start binging it.
Oh, I thought you'd watched it already.
Nah, I haven't seen any of it.
Oh.
And I'm so excited because,
I kind of stayed away from it because I was like, oh, it's like a cartoon. I don't know how, is it for kids or what? But it's been alright. So far, I've watched 2 episodes.
I think originally when they made it, they kind of made it for a younger audience, and then they realized a lot of people at our age, our generation, were watching it because they just want Star Wars content.
Yeah.
So it starts, I think, picking up as the seasons go. They start not shifting their audience, but they make it a bit more clever.
Okay. Yeah. Cater for a
So they start going,
audience.
This is just for kids. Yeah. And they start sort of, apparently it gets really good.
Okay.
So
sweet. All right.
Starts off a little
It's
weaker.
something I've just had on in the background, I always struggle when I'm hobbying because I want something in the background, whether it's music, podcasts, videos, whatever. But if it's a video where I have to watch it, I end up focusing too much on one thing. I can't bring myself to concentrate on painting and watching the video. I'm always doing too much of the other, and I miss out what's happening in the show, or I don't paint enough, and But this has been something where I've kind of just chucked it in the background, and it's kind of working for me.
Yeah, nice, dude. I want to get around it. You know what? I've been binge watching YouTube channels where they mess around with scammers.
Okay, yeah.
There's some really good ones. So there's this more educational guy called Sam Browning, I think. I can't remember.
Sure.
If you listen to this and this kind of content sounds interesting, hit me up on our Discord, and I'll drop the channels. But the first guy is more educational. He's super clever. So what happens is he pretends he's sort of like an older guy, old man, and he's falling for the scam. But when the scammers always take control of your computer as part of their they act as if they're support staff for McAfee or
remote
Microsoft.
access.
Yeah, so they have to remote into your computer to be able to fix it.
Yeah.
And when they do, he's able to remote connect back to them.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So he takes control. Well, he doesn't take control. He just watches their computer and has a little mess around with it and sees their logs and tracks their IP address and their conversations. And basically, there was one where he was able to track down the exact office that they were scamming from and get drone footage outside of it and hack into their CCTV cameras.
Wow.
And watch them. And that was so interesting.
Yeah.
Which is not difficult to do. Once you've got a reverse connection to their their computer, if they're logged into the cameras, you can see the IP address of the cameras.
Okay.
So, yeah, anyways, that was phenomenal. And then I watched this other guy who his goal is he does these long streams where he tries to keep the scammer on the line as long as possible, pretending to be some naive old woman, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Sometimes he keeps them on for 6 to 10 hours.
Wow, and they get nothing from him.
And they get zero. And he just gives them little nuggets so that they keep hope. he has the voice changer that makes him sound like an old woman.
Yeah.
And he's just got him hook, line, and sinker the whole time. Like, there was one where he kept him on the phone for 6 hours, and then part of the scam is they get them to go buy gift cards.
Yeah, yep.
Because it's called a refund scam. So they say, oh, we're going to send you this money back. And then they go, oh, no, we've accidentally sent you $40,000 instead of $4,000 back. Can you send us the $36,000 back or whatever?
But I just don't get how people fall for this. Like, send me $36,000 of iTunes gift cards. Like, how fucking dumb is that?
They usually compromise and go, look, I think they usually do it for smaller amounts when it's gift card purchases. But yeah, still, they go, they're trying to pretend to be Microsoft, and they're like, we need $2,000 of Target gift cards,
Yeah, we accept iTunes or, Kmart gift cards.
Legit. They just go, look, we'll take... They say, have you got a Walmart? And they say, we accept these 3 different types of gift cards. Google Play, whatever, iTunes.
But then what do they do with the gift card? Are they going to go on Google Play and buy some Clash of Clans fucking gems or something, or what?
Yeah, I got no idea what happens after that. I guess once you put it in your Google Play balance, mate, I've got no idea, God.
Yeah.
You know what's wild, though? The office that he tracked makes about $3 million a year.
Jesus. Just from
and they've
scams.
got like 20 scammers in there. Like, it's crazy how many people are falling for this.
How do cops not raid the joint?
Because there's no way. Like, he was trying to report them for months.
Yeah.
And there was just no way of doing it. Like, he would call the cops and be like, hey, there's people that are in here. The tricky thing is what he does is kind of illegal.
Okay.
So it's, it's very tough for them probably to get a warrant because it's on grounds of, like, maybe they obtained that information illegally. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, oftentimes they ended up arresting everyone in that building. So
yeah, nice.
Happy ending. But yeah, it's funny, man, just watching him pretend to be this old... And, like, after 6 hours, he finally goes and gets the gift cards. He comes back like an hour later. The guy's still on the phone. And he's like, so I've got the gift cards here. And he's like, perfect. All right, so we need to go to the Google Play Store. She types it in, and slowly, because he's just his goal is to waste time, and they misspell it. He's like, no, don't hit enter. and she hits enter, and he's like, no, it's Google Play. Google Play. She's like, can you spell it for me, dearie? Google. Google. No. Anyway, so, that'll happen for 10 minutes, and she'll finally get on there, and she's like, I see the redeem section, and he redeems the cards in his own account.
Yeah.
In front of this guy. So this guy's just watching his money that he thinks he's about to get. 6 hours later, he's so hyped. And then he watches her slowly redeem it into her own account. She's like, there you go, there's $500. No. Are you mad? You stupid bitch. It's going off. And he does this great fake cry as the old lady is like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah.
Anyway, she kept him on for like 10 hours. It was just phenomenal.
That's so awesome.
And yeah, so I've literally watched 15 plus hours of his channel and the other guy's channel. It's just been phenomenal.
I think I've seen like thumbnails from that. It's like, I spent scammers' money and all that sort of shit. Like,
yeah.
Well, scammers watch me spend their money or some. I see all these like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I never watched any, but some of the ones I have watched are like package thefts off doorsteps. When people put cameras in there and they have like fart bombs and glitter things, and you see the people open it, and then it goes like. It like makes the fart noise, then it goes vroom and like spins all the fucking glitter through their car or through their house and shit.
I saw that guy. Yeah, man, so good.
Yeah,
there's a subreddit for it. I can't remember if it's Justice Boner or Justice Serve.
Yeah.
Or
I've
both.
seen that one. Yep.
Yeah, they're so good. I don't know why we just get such a Justice Boner when we see people who do bad things that, we all do like little dodgy things, but we're so happy when other people suffer for it.
Oh yeah, but like parcels theft up someone's doorstep, man, they fucking deserve it.
For sure, and scammers as well. That's, I think, the satisfying thing. You're like, these people are, I can say unequivocally, they're worse than me.
Yeah,
They're literally trying to, their job is to steal money from old people.
that's right. It's as low as you can get, man. If I'm at the
Yeah.
servo and I pay with cash and I get like $5 extra in change, that's my $5, right? But like, I'm not going to ring up an old lady for 10 hours and try and get $500 out of her.
For sure.
You know?
Wait, are you saying you wouldn't take that $5 back?
I mean, well,
I mean, if I'm
if
already,
I'm already in the car by the time I realised it.
Yeah, but you could just get out, Shane. I closed the door as well. Maybe I didn't mention that.
Yeah, I started the ignition. I was halfway down the road, man.
Oh, that's different. If you're down the road, that's fine.
Yeah.
Shane's robbing someone at gunpoint for $5.
$5.
Gets in the car. Oh, they didn't know they gave it to me. You know what? I had a shower before this. I don't want to lie to you. I want to let you know I had a shower.
Yep.
And I don't know what got me thinking about this. Primaris Space Marines. So
Okay.
I was in the shower, and my shower is probably a foot smaller than my previous shower. Like, it doesn't go up as high.
Yep.
And in my previous shower, I feel like it was if I'm 6 foot, it was 7.5 feet, the
Okay.
shower.
Yeah.
This one's like 6.5 feet.
Fair income. So you,
Standing in it,
yeah.
I feel like a god. I feel like a giant man. Because it doesn't feel like the shower's shrunk. It feels like I've grown.
Yep.
And I feel like 9 foot. I really enjoy having showers because I'm just like, Jesus, I'm so tall. All of a sudden, everything just feels so small. I feel like if someone walked into the room, they would be their normal height, but I would be 2 foot taller.
It's like
And I was
everything
like,
is so much bigger in this shower. Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's huge, dude. So different for me. I'm like, damn, I'm just such a huge individual in here. Oh, look how tiny. Like, the dog likes to come in and sit and watch me shower because
That's weird.
she does this weird thing where she wants to lick the water after we've had showers. She's just a strange dog.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. She's an animal. But like, because she's this tiny sausage dog, I'm like, that's right. Everything's so small.
Yeah.
I'm so large. But I'm like, I wonder if this is how Primaris Space Marines feel like everywhere they go.
True.
Because I imagine that everything in the 40k universe was made for, originally the normal Space Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they called? Firstborn now?
Yeah, firstborn. Yeah. So you reckon Primaris will, they'll walk through the door and they'll have to duck under the door frame because they're too tall?
They're already huge lads.
Yeah.
They would feel that much bigger because everything else is so small.
Yeah.
They get in like little escape pods because the ship's gone down and they like barely fit in there. It's like clown car.
Imagine,
Like necks all cramped.
dude, imagine the fucking hog on a Primaris. You reckon
I
that thing's
constantly
like
imagine
16
it.
inches long?
I don't know. I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it.
Just
Because
gotta-
I haven't seen a Primaris.
True.
What
Probably
if it's not
like-
to scale? I mean, how are Primaris made? They're not natural, right? They're genetically created.
Good question. I'm
Like
not.
if they don't reproduce, it's probably not a evolutionary trait that they desire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, from what I remember during like some of the audiobooks I've listened to, they take like regular men and they like modify them to turn them into Space Marines. So they get all
Captain
their
America style?
implants. Hey?
just like Captain America.
Basically, yeah. They get all their implants, they get enhanced and all that sort of stuff.
Enhanced.
Yeah.
That's the answer to your question, dude. They've been enhanced.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know.
They'll do
I don't
it.
know. I think that's an episode in and of itself, really. We'll
True.
have to. That's a deep dive if I've ever heard of one.
I'll get started, man. I'll start researching.
Do some research too. Yeah. For sure, dude. For science.
That's an unusual Google. Caitlin will be like, why have you been Googling penis size of Space Marines?
No, Caitlin will be like, crap, I wasn't in incognito mode, I guess.
Yeah, true.
You turn it on her, you'd be like, me? Well, I wouldn't. What are you? What have you been searching? All right, it was me. All right, it's for an episode.
Speaking of Space Marines, what if you had to pick one miniature from any system? What would be your favorite?
You know, that's so weird, dude. I was going to ask you that today.
What are you doing in my docs, dude?
What's that?
What are you doing in my Google Docs?
Ah, I wasn't in your Google Docs, actually. I was driving to go get a coffee, and I was thinking about, because I sent you a picture of my Custodes, you're like, those are dope models.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, I'm like, I wonder what my favorite model of the entire, I wonder what Shane's is. But I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, I've got a few different favorites for different reasons, like just the normal Kroot Hound.
Yeah.
Because it's Kroot, it's a little cute boy, little doggo. It's got a beak on him. I think they've done the bird to dog hybrid looking thing quite well with its little quill spikes.
Yeah,
I've got
true.
a few little metal ones. I don't know, I just like those models. I like just the standard Grey Knight Strike Infantry. I like the helmets on them. They've got that kind of actually medieval knight thing.
They're cool.
Quite small and they're cute boys. But yeah, I froth the Custode dude with the shield. Just little guardians.
Yeah.
I think
that's
I've got
40k, but would
ones.
they be out of all systems too? Have you got any other game systems that you've got, like, ones that you like maybe more than those?
Great question, dude. From other... no, I think... I don't think so. Because I just don't think any other system does models as well as GW. I mean, I know they don't.
Yeah.
You know. But, you know, it's not about quality, I guess. It's about... I don't know. No, I don't think so. Like, I think there's characters I like better.
Yeah.
Than the ones in 40k. Genoso and such. But the actual models? No, I don't think so. I think Kroot Hound, little Grey Knight dudes. Yeah. I'm actually not into, like, the massive characters that G-Dubs does. Like, the $60 full-on named character. Because I'm not into the lore as much, they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
And it almost breaks immersion for me when there's characters on the table, because I'm like, oh, now we're playing a scene from 40k as opposed to, like, we're the generals and this is our generic army of dudes, you know?
Yeah.
There's no way me, humble old Gosu, little fox, would be commanding Abaddon, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I don't think so. What about you? What's your favorite? Have you picked? Surely you've thought.
Yeah, my favorite in the 40k universe is probably... I really like the Venom Crawler from the Chaos Space Marine kit. Like,
yes.
There's just something about it. Like, I think they've done the Demon engine, the mix of Demon and technology there really well. The big spider-looking boy.
Yeah.
But
it's a dope model, man. That's a really good model.
I can't wait to paint mine.
I was very surprised you didn't say the new Moon Boys.
The new Moon Boys?
Yeah, from Age of Sigmar.
Oh, God. I forgot about them for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly have to go through, like, all the armies to try and pick my one-time favorite. Because now you've said that, I'm thinking Dune Crawlers from, Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah.
The
There's
Onaga
just so
Dune
many
Crawlers.
cool models.
So many cool. And the Rust Stalkers are cool from Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah.
So the Infiltrators. Ugh. Bro, so many cool models.
Yeah, man, so good.
That's another thing, like, you can't say the same thing about Legion, I don't think, right now. Although, some of their newer stuff is getting real good.
I haven't seen any of their new stuff.
They released these new battle droids. Oh, man, they look dope. They're not the battle droids that you envision in your head. It's like if they made battle droids for the new Star Wars movies.
Oh, okay.
They're like they're like upgrades. They're more humanoid. Yeah, they look dope. I'll show you after the cast. You'll froth them.
Yeah, sweet. I do like the B2 battle droids. They're a classic.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. and Droidicos. They're cool too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, God, it's so hard. So many cool models. Maybe I'll get back to you next Beers and Banter on that one.
Oh yeah, dude. I might have a deep look through and see if I can pick some more too.
From all systems, let's get our top 3 favorite models in order.
Yeah, sweet. Let's do it. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, please do, because I'll forget as well.
Top 3 models. Sweet.
Yeah, so I bought a couple custodes.
Yeah, yep.
I thought recently sold, as you know, but the listeners might not. I sold a heap of my 40k stuff because I was just getting overwhelmed, and I came to a point where I was like, I leveled with myself, and I was like, you know what? You've played for 4 years, and you haven't painted an entire army, a single army. And if I had collated all my painted models and put them into one army, I'd have like 3k points of painted models.
Yeah.
So I was like, you just need to cull and just focus on one. So then I picked one. It was my secret army, but I made the mistake of picking an army that it's so many models. So I was like, now I think that has to become a side project because I can't have that. I just don't have enough time in my week to have this army done this year. There's just no way.
No.
I did the math how long one model would take, and I'm like, this would take me 2 hours a night, every night, for 6 months. And I don't even have that much time.
Jesus. Yep.
Yeah. Because there's... Oh, I won't say anything. But yeah, there's a bit to it. Then yeah. So I was like, I just need something I can get on the table that I'm happy with, that takes the pressure off, so then I can paint things for enjoyment's sake and not because I have to get a painted army on the table, because I've already got that, is the goal.
Yeah.
So I bought custodes because, they're just gold. So
True.
I went out and spent $500 and got myself 2,000 points of custodes.
I remember you saying, like, a can of Retributor armor, I'm done.
Yeah. And a wash. And a wash.
Some Ryclon Flesh Shade.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited.
You keep mentioning with your secret army that how many models you have to paint, and I was like, last Beers and Banter, I guess, Gene still occults, and you told me I was wrong.
Correct.
I'm feeling like you just sold heaps of Tyranids. I feel like you're gonna be like, here's my secret army, and it's just gonna be fucking Tyranids. Like
again,
yeah. Because like there's so many models. I'm like, well, like. Unless it's like orcs or something like that. And I know one thing, you hate orcs the most.
Although, wouldn't that be the ultimate surprise?
True.
2,000 points of painted orcs. Surprise, here's an army I don't want to play.
Yeah, goofy space orcs.
I got some goofy orc boys.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk like orcs.
No more Daka, dude.
No more Daka, oh god. No. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, look, it's one of those armies you could build, like, think Adeptus Custodes, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to, if you were so inclined, you could have 200 models of them, easy.
Really?
Yeah, like, Rangers are like 6 points each.
Huh, okay.
So you think 600 points of those is 100 dudes, and you've still got another 1,400 points of stuff to build.
Okay, true.
So yeah, I mean 2,000 points is a lot, man.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of armies with troops that are under 10 points, which basically means 100 dudes for under 1,000 points.
Man, that's crazy because Necron Warriors are like 12 points each.
Yeah.
And if the majority are under that 10, like that makes them so expensive.
Yes, correct. But I think they're going to be very good, dude.
Yeah.
When I was playing with Dave and my things, like he would shoot and kill 3 or 4 of my warriors, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'd get to reanimate now. Well, like the rule, they think, I don't know if it's confirmed or if it was a leak or whatever.
Yeah.
But the new reanimation looks like after a unit shoots, you'll get to do reanimation protocols.
Okay.
And every time he killed a blob of my warriors, it would take him at least 4 separate units to fully finish it off.
Wow, righto.
And I was like, that's 4 times I'll get to roll reanimation protocols.
Yeah.
As opposed to A, not at all, because during his turn he focused it down with 4 or 5 different units and it was just not there at all.
Yeah.
Or next turn somehow it survives and I get 1 roll. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 6 or 7 or however many died, but only once.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be big. I felt like in that game it would have made a huge difference because 9th edition is all about sitting on objectives and holding them for a full turn.
Yeah.
So your opponent has to kill the thing that's on it. And if you've got a blob of 20 warriors sitting on there and they're re-rolling, they're reanimating after every time he shoots with a different unit, they're going to be on there at the start of your next turn for sure.
True. They're going to hang around.
So I definitely feel like, although they're only 1 wound models, they'll definitely feel super durable.
Yeah.
And when that rule comes out, like when they change that, I think they'll be well worth 12.
Yeah,
For
sweet.
sure. But yeah, we should probably. It's been a little while, dude. It's been a minute.
Been a little while.
It has. Yeah, it has. It's been over an
True.
hour. Perhaps.
True. Oh man,
Perhaps,
I'm so tired.
as I finish this coconut ale. What's that?
I'm so tired. Night
Have you got to
shift.
stay? Yeah, you should go to bed. You're done with night shift.
True.
You're free now.
Oh man, it's been a killer.
Do you get this full weekend?
Yeah, the weekend. I'm back on 5 a.m. starts on Monday, and
Oof,
then
that's
night
big,
shift
dude.
next weekend as well.
Struth. That's rough. That's a rough stint.
Yeah,
Night
it's
shift, couple
a bad
days off, then 5 a.m.ers,
Yep.
and then the weekend that 5 a.m.ers finish, you're on night shift.
Yep.
Oof,
Yeah.
dude.
It takes a toll. That's we all call that the shit week, man, because you do 3 days of 12 hours, then 3 nights of 12 hours. And
Yeah.
like your body
I don't
clock
think
is
there's
all
a
over the
person
joint.
alive that would call that a good week.
Yeah.
That is for sure a shit week.
Yeah. But once that's done, man, fucking laughing. 2 weeks off again.
Oh, for sure. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, fair enough, dude.
Yeah, I still got too much annual leave, man. The boss makes me take more.
You gotta love that. You're
I
like,
can't
I've been
fucking
saving
give it
it
away.
for a special occasion.
I can't give it away,
like-
man. And it's like the
Yeah.
worst time to take leave too during all this shit. You can't do nothing.
Yeah, that does suck. Or you could hobby, but yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I've done a bit of hobbying.
We have to tee up. It's going to be so easy now because everyone's so, what do you call it? Technologically educated.
Yeah.
We've got to do like a little paint night or hobby homies beers and banter where we all jump on the thing
Yeah.
on the Discord,
general
turn our
chat,
cameras
man.
on and do some stuff.
Yep. Hells yeah. That'd be grouse. You know, do some
gotta
hobby,
tee
drink
that
some
up.
beers.
So which week is your week off start? Week on the 13th?
Hey?
We'll figure that out afterwards anyways.
Yeah, I think it's the 13th, yeah. Or is that, what's that? October 12th or something? I think that's the week. I don't know.
One of them.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
sort it out. We'll talk to the lads. Maybe we'll do a poll in the Discord and just be like, who's free, what nights, what suits. Let's do some stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds grass.
Speaking of Discord, jump in our Discord if you've made it through this Shane and I rambling for an hour plus about nothing in particular.
No.
And you're like, yeah, I want to get around this.
Yeah, I can do this. I can ramble for an hour too.
Yeah, if you can ramble, there's a spot on our podcast. We're looking for a third member since Churchy ditched us.
True.
That's a lie. But also a test to see if he listens to our podcast.
I don't think so, man. We're not paying him to listen to it. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And he kept upping his prices, so he must have been bad. I'll do it for free, guys. Next week. You know what, guys? It's going to cost you a bit more this week. But yeah, jump in our Discord. Oh man, the Discord's so good. I feel bad because it's been so busy for both of us. I've just been watching the chats and I've actually typed out replies and then I open my phone an hour later and my reply's still sitting there and the conversation's already moved and I'm like, I'm out. Like, it's no longer relevant.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm a little bit more settled now and I hope to get back in the Discord and talk to the lads.
Hell yeah, dude. I was today, like, I opened my phone and I'm like, holy shit, like every single channel in the Discord has got like a notification for it. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I didn't see any notifications on my phone. I've just missed all this stuff. Mind you, like I finished at 6 a.m. this morning, but like when I got up, I was like, fucking hell, everyone's been chatting. I'm scrolling through it all, trying to catch up on what's going on. But
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the same, dude. I logged on and all the channels were whites and I was like, it's truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't get notifications on my phone either, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Maybe it went into overload.
Maybe it just gives up.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. It gave us a break.
Yeah.
It was like, you guys are busy.
True.
No Discord. This is what we want to do. Notify me, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, so jump in there. It's a good time. It's going off. I'm watching people react to our beverages.
Hells yeah. And that's it. So just like this episode, we're going to outro it with Glad It's Over by Frenzy, the band from Sydney. So I'm sure you're all thinking, I'm glad this is over if you've lasted this long.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. And look, while a lot of us are still on lockdown and that and people are still, doing the thing on their own, reach out to some people that you might not have spoken to for a little while. Just check in because I know people are doing it rough still. We've got to look out for each other and some people just need an ear to talk to, I think.
Yeah. And we've got good ears too. So if you need someone to talk to, jump in the Discord or on a Facey, hit us up. If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably a hobby enthusiast, so we already have something in common.
Yeah.
And we get hyped talking about hobby any kind. It doesn't have to be a system we play. We'll probably buy it anyway. So
yeah. Yep.
Oh man, I didn't even talk about all the new sea-themed games that are coming out, but that's fine. That's
so
all right.
many.
We'll mention that maybe on the next hobby corner. I was going to say
maybe on the
Beers
live
Banter.
show we chat about that.
Yeah, that's true.
We've got the live show
great.
the first Wednesday of October, which is the 7th. So
Yes.
jump in the Discord. How it works is you listen to Fox and I, just like we are now. You can talk to us through the chat in the hobby lobby. We play games. You win prizes. We drink beer. You guys listen to us talking and drinking beer. And
you drink beer.
Yeah. And it's a whole bunch of fun. So jump in the Discord and tune into that.
Yeah, it's good fun. Speaking of giveaways, or prizes, I should say. We've got a couple giveaways this month, as we do every month. We've got our main giveaway, which is a Vanguard rulebook for the Mantic skirmish game, Vanguard.
Yes.
And we've got our Patreon-only giveaway, which is an Indominus Captain, which is just the sweetest model in the Indominus box, in my humble opinion.
So fucking cool, man. So cool.
We've got a terrain painting competition, which is the terrain tournament. Was there another T in there?
No, it's the Hobby Homies Terrain Tournament, dude.
That's the one.
That's
the one. It goes for all of spring, which is the month we're in now. Details about that on our Facebook and our Discord in the news and events tab, I think.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. So, yeah, that's all of our little tidbits. As always, we need to thank the people that keep the lights on, the patrons.
Oh, true. And if it wasn't for them, we would not be doing this twice a week and producing as much as we do. Massive shout out to all these guys and girls below. We've got Final Dinosaur, our international representative from Belgium, the European lad himself, Foggy, our wise-old wargamer, who's been around the traps for a very long time. He's got ancient relics from a time long gone. Churchy, the third member of our little threesome we have here, but he's sort of been a bit AFK lately, so he's doing his own thing on Twitch, hanging out with all the massive streamers and that. Now I think they have like a little convention they all gather at too in Vegas, he's on Twitch at twitch.tv/Churchy_plays, or you can find him on YouTube at Churchy. Dave, the tournament organizer, Hobby Homies, official list builder. So he builds all of our lists.
Gamer.
And he's a power gamer, yeah. And and Rory, the wet palette enthusiast, who opened Fox and I's eyes to the magic of a wet palette.
And we've been forever changed since then.
We have. Our painting game has been moist.
So moist. We've also got Caitlin, the proud owner of her first fully painted unit, her new Nighthawk Glaive Wraith Stalkers. I don't actually know what that unit looks like, and we haven't seen pictures, Shane. So could you get on that?
True. Okay.
I want to see some pics.
Yeah.
We've got Arkham Leper, the painter of teddy bears and host of the TCG podcast. The little teddy bear I'm referencing, I don't actually know what game it's from, but he painted it up. I frothed it. Loved the colours.
It's from... now I've just blanked. Fuck, what's that game? Malifaux.
I don't know.
Malifaux.
Okay, Malifaux.
Yeah.
A little teddy from Malifaux, all stitched up, looking good.
Yeah.
We got Whack the Ewok, Commission Painter, LED Extraordinaire, and Salamander Bandwagoner. No, I promise it's his son's army. It's not his. We've got Joe, who is not just a gamer, but also a hunter, an in real life hunter. For example, right now he's hunting a 3080 graphics card. So if anyone's seen one of those lurking in the wild, let us know. I'll hit up Joe and we'll get it sorted. The poor lad missed out on one on launch. So.
I think everyone did, dude. Rory did, Toby did, fucking everyone did, man.
It was a scam. Yeah, for sure. It was a scam. So we got Lethal as well, our Hobby Homies official 3D printer, printer.
Yep.
And Ravens Gridiron team's newest offensive linesman. So he hit me up the other day. They had their first full session in pads, which is like your helmet and your shoulder pads and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Hitting as well, which is different to just like actually wearing the stuff. But oh man, he's probably feeling pretty sore at the moment. And we've got MJ, who is our newest patron. She's an eclectic wargamer, has a huge range of different systems she plays, and an even larger range, like us, of games she wants to play.
Yeah.
We've loved having you in the Discord, MJ. You're a great little addition to our Hobby Homies. We just froth all the we've just got a good crew, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
But like Shane alluded to, you guys, we can never thank you enough for your support, because, yeah, we can't do this without you. All this remote stuff and all this craziness. You know, we wouldn't be able to put as much effort into it. Like, this has become our second life. And it's been so good. We're so lucky to have you guys supporting us through this. So thank you.
And not only just our patrons too, like even the listeners, just having, you guys tune in and listen to our episodes, that again means so much to us. Like we honestly thought we'd be talking to each other when we started this podcast, and knowing that we've got, a couple hundred of you guys listening in, like it's just so awesome.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah. We thought for 2 or 3 years it'd just be you and me just chatting away until we just went, you know what? We don't need to record this. We're getting
Nah.
It's a lot of time, effort.
That's it.
But yeah. And then one by one, you guys stumbled into our Discord. You found us in our little corner of the interwebs. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's it.
That's probably us, man.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we're back to normal next week. There'll be a Beers and Banter on Thursday, and there'll be a main episode on Sunday. And we're pumped, man. Hopefully I'll have a bit more of my studio set up. We'll get into it. It'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be so good, man. And like the week after that as well, the live episodes. So jump in the Discord. You'll find the links on hobbyhomies.com.
Yes.
Yeah, and like true. Even, if you just jump in, and we've got a whole bunch of people that sort of they're sort of lurkers, they'll hang around and pop up once in a while. But we just love having everyone there sharing their hobbies and lots of stuff.
And if you like the track that's played, check out Spotify.
Yeah, dude.